Hi, I'm John Hans Melcher. Tonight I have a guest that professes this, me first. Her name is Betty Healey. I had to have her on the show because I think we're doing a paradigm shift here. Betty, it's good to have you on the show.
Glad to be here, John.
I have to ask you the first question.
Yes.
Me first. Tell me about that right away. What is this? Is it selfish? What's going on? Me first, me.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned it being revolutionary. I guess I don't really see it as revolutionary, but it is. Selfish? No. Selfness? Yes.
Selfness?
New word. Selfness.
Yes.
Definition of selfness is being of service to self first so that you leverage your capacity to continue to serve others. And you know that really, that's what we all say. We want to be able to take care of everybody else and do things for everyone. But the well will run dry unless we give ourselves some water back in, time to replenish. So the idea of selfness and me first is really taking energy in so that we can give energy out.
So in other words, having the water in at the beginning instead of
Yes.
when you're
So depleted you're burned out
right at the beginning.
at the beginning.
Now you have a book about this me first. Show me the book. I like
do.
this.
We're really proud of this. This is the new Me First playbook. And it's just so much fun to see adults respond to this because they go, playbook? What's that about? That must
Adults
be...
don't play.
No, adults don't play.
I'm
This
serious.
must be for kids. And we say, no, this is an adult playbook. You know, building your self-esteem, learning to step into your own power. Well, these are things that we talk about, and then we get real serious and we say, oh my gosh, this has got to be hard work. No, why can't this just be fun and lighthearted and joyful? So that's what we've done. We've created the playbook.
I got to tell them something.
Yes.
Right below this video is a link to the first chapter. I downloaded the first chapter just to check out Betty. I looked at page 1. I started laughing. I scrolled down to page 2. I started laughing more. In the sense of feeling good laughter. It was fun looking at these illustrations. Who is your illustrator?
Oh, our illustrator is wonderful, Tracy Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
Tracy and I have known each other for many years.
Are you from the same area?
We're from the same area in Eastern Ontario, Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been playing together for the last 10 years. She's done all the artwork for all of our projects. And when we began this one, I said, oh, just got to find a way to bring more play in. And my husband, Jim, who's also the co-author, said, Tracy's got to see this material.
Mm-hmm.
She's so intuitive. And I can't believe it. When I sat down to see the finished product and started working through the playbook myself, just like you, I started to laugh.
Good.
And
It works.
It works. It works.
Just download that link and you'll see what I mean. I can guarantee it. It makes you feel good. Don't you want to feel good? I sure do. Now, about this me first scene, aren't people going to get you and say, hey, you're selfish? How do you address that?
Well, of course they're going to do it because we're talking about a change.
Mm-hmm.
And like any other change in life, whether it's a change you have at work or a change in, I don't know, any other aspect of your life, people may challenge you. Well, that's okay. That's their stuff. It doesn't need to be your stuff. And one of the things you'll notice, that we've noticed, is when you start to really work on yourself and do your me first stuff,
Right.
find your space inside of yourself, you begin to feel better, and then people come up to you and say, is that a new haircut, or that suit you've got on looks really good today. Oh, you've lost weight, because they begin to experience the shift in energy.
Ooh, I like that.
Isn't that great?
That's very great.
What they're not realizing is when you shift your energy within, you infuse the environment around you with that same energy. And you begin to influence them,
Okay.
but it's in a very subtle way. Very, very subtle.
Now, if this happens, aren't you going to split way with like friends and all of a sudden, what's going on there with the social life that all of a sudden this enlightened being, just from this book, yes, you will be too. How do you deal with that?
I think you learn to say goodbye to some of your friendships. And you begin to get really, really clear. You know, you want to surround yourself with people who are your cheerleaders, not your energy vampires. Right?
I know that.
Don't you love that
Yes.
word, energy vampire? We talk about that in the playbook. And we invite people to start listing what would be the qualities and characteristics of my perfect friend.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I like that.
And then you begin to see, well, you know what? Some of the people I've been playing with, I don't want to play with anymore. I want to play with people who really want to be on this journey. We want to show up in the world differently. We want to make a difference.
How do you know the difference between an energy vampire and someone who's more energized? How do you tell?
I think you just have to check in with yourself. You know, if you're in a conversation with someone and you're feeling creative and sparkly and joyous
Right.
and happy, you know you're with the right person. But if after a conversation with someone you walk away and say, "Oh, I am so drained," you know that's not the person you want to continue to
Even
play
in a
with.
subtle way.
Even
you,
in a
you may
subtle
not say
way.
it bigly, but go.
Yeah.
You'll know because you're working with yourself first.
Because you're checking
first.
in. Yeah, checking in
Aha.
with me first. What's my heart saying? What's my solar plexus, that center of our personal power, telling me?
Okay.
Do I feel depleted or do I feel energized?
I like that. Now, I'm going to ask Betty a question. And the question is this. If she were to talk to you right now, what would you say to them as if one person is watching this video? What would you say to them as if they were a personal client right in front of your room? Tell them now.
I'm inviting each and every one of you onto the Me First journey. And here's my challenge. Are you willing to dedicate 1% of your day, which is, by the way, 14.4 minutes?
Ooh, a lot of time there.
Seems like a lot of time. 14.4 minutes specifically to Me First time every single day.
What is me first time?
Me
Like
First day, the time, the way I use it, I split it up, 7 minutes in the morning, review the day in front of me, say, what do I really want to attract in my day? And I love, by the way, easy and effortless.
Out loud or just to your inside your brain?
I
you
do
say
it
that?
inside my brain, but you
Okay.
can write it down. You could say it out loud to somebody else who's sharing the journey with
Right.
you. 7 minutes at night, at the end of the day, looking back over and thinking about all the amazing little miracles that happened that day and being really grateful for
I'm
the
gonna do
things
this. I
that
like
show
it.
up. Yeah.
Do you feel better here? How?
Where I notice it is
Right.
really in what I call my second and or my third and fourth chakra energy centers, which is I feel it here in my power and here in my heart, which is all about love.
Aha. Betty, it's been wonderful having you on the show.
Thank you so much, John.
Really. Betty and I have a challenge for you. Do you have 14 minutes to focus on you alone? I think you do. Betty knows you do. And she knows, she even guarantees that the feelings are going to change. I downloaded that first chapter and I noticed a shift right away, and this feels good. I want to thank you for joining the show, and remember, it's me first.